Wack a snitch. Wack is a cop working.
So you think that he's a federal informant?
I think he's definitely.
The streets are now turning on each other, pointing fingers and accusing one another of snitching on Lil Durk and causing OTF's downfall. What's shocking is that the evidence I'm about to reveal will finally prove who betrayed Durkio.
Found out that my big homie is talking to the cops.
Brick Baby has accused Wack 100 of. In 2022, Brick Baby appeared on a popular platform, claiming Wack was working with the feds, especially given his detailed knowledge of Quando Rondo's shooting in Atlanta.
Well, Wack a snitch. Wack is a cop working. You notice every time something happens in the street, like with the Quando Rondo situation, how do you know so much about a motherfucker? Like, I don't even know that much about that. You talk about he done robbed and did this. Like, right. How do you know this unless you getting police?
When Quando Rondo was shot at in Atlanta, leading to his death, Wack claimed it was the result of a drug deal gone wrong.
We all thought that was a bad drug deal, weed deal. You know that. The world thought that shooting was a bad weed deal between some Armenians or Persians. That's what the world.
At one point, even World Star Hip Hop released a now deleted video alleging that Wack was a federal informant.
My favorite hip hop platform, World Star Hip Hop. And I got some bad news. I found out that my big homie is talking to the cops.
Who's that? Who, me?
What do you think I should do to you?
Who's talking to?
But now the tables have turned, and Wack 100 is accusing Brick Baby of snitching on Lil Durk and bringing down OTF. In a podcast with Adam 22, Wack revealed that, according to his sources, Brick Baby is working with the feds.
So you think that he's a federal informant?
I think he's definitely working.
Months before Lil Durk and his fellow OTF members were arrested, Brick Baby had his house raided by the feds. Strangely, although Brick was picked up by the authorities and bailed out by Adam 22, no charges were ever filed against him. According to Wack 100, this suggests that Brick might be compromised and providing information to the feds.
How do you react to the narrative that Wack has been consistently putting out there, which is basically him saying that Brick maybe must be cooperating or compromised in some way because you allegedly got arrested by the feds and there's no charges? So what do you say when you see him saying?
According to Wack, Brick Baby went on a podcast and snitched on Durk and OTF.
It wasn't until February of 2023 that Brick Baby goes on the internet with Flacco and says, out of nowhere, the world is oblivious to this. I guess they can't say OTF didn't slide for King Von anymore.
During an episode with Poetic Flacco, Brick Baby revealed that no one mentions that Von's death wasn't avenged because OTF had taken out Quando Rondo's cousin.
They say you can't say that no more.
Why? Oh, yeah, because of... Wait, no. Like,
They
who died?
say you can't say that no more.
Oh, because of FVG Cash? Or who?
Nah, because Lil Pop.
What's crazy is that he wasn't the only one who snitched. Lil Durk also went on DJ Academic's podcast and said the exact same thing. In the interview, DJ Academics asked the rapper what he thought about people telling
You get triggered by the slide for Von comments. I don't know if people still say it. They used to say it, but you also mentioned a song. They'd be like, they be saying slide for Von. I think they...
Well, according to Lil Durk, there was a reason those comments had long disappeared from the internet.
It's not a reason, I just don't see them comments no more. For some odd reason. I don't know. Might be the water. You be seeing them comments a lot?
They kind of chilled out a little bit.
It turns out that after Brick Baby's truth-telling session on the podcast, the feds obtained a search warrant. According to Wack 100, the feds came to get Brick Baby's phone, which had some pretty interesting information. At the time, Brick never revealed that the feds came for his cell phone. Instead, he told everyone that he had caught a gun charge.
March, the feds get on Brick. We don't know this. we're under the presumption that it's an AK-47 case. But what really happened was they came there to get his self.
Things got even more suspicious after Brick Baby was never charged, as he still doesn't have a court date for his gun charge. This is strange, especially considering that Brick is a felon and a known gang member. A gun charge would normally land him behind bars for a long time. According to Brick Baby, the reason there is no court date is that the DA dropped his case due to a lack of evidence.
But why would the DA reject the charge?
It's not they rejected. They just is not enough evidence for them. They got to look at the case and say, can I beat this in trial?
The comment section wasn't having it, and many believe Brick Baby is definitely snitching. A felon catching gun charges is one of the worst things you can do if you want to avoid time, and fans were quick to call him out. One comment accused him of lying, saying, "Brick is such a snitch. He's lying through that huge gap in his teeth." Another fan pointed out how odd it was that a known C gang member gets caught with an AK-47, yet he sits on no jumper while Durk and his crew are arrested. They called Brick a snitch. Another comment questioned when the courts ever dropped a case because they didn't think they could win. After Durk's indictment became public, WAC 100 revealed the final blow, stating that the reason the feds wanted Brick's phone was because Tay suspected he was working with OTF members on the day of the shooting, helping the hitman by providing Quando Rondo's location.
If you go in there and look at that report, number 4 is a local guy that was dropping Quando's location.
According to WAC 100, after the shooting, the feds informed Quando Rondo that he had been set up by his own gang, the Rolling 60 Seconds Crips.
What you think the police told Quando?
That the Rolling 60s set him up?
It turns out that Brick Baby and Quando Rondo were both members of the same gang, the Rolling 60 Seconds Crips, and when Quando Rondo arrived in Atlanta, he checked in with his gang for protection.
What was he claiming?
Rolling 60s Crip.
Where Brick Baby from?
Rolling 60s Crip.
Who you think he checked in with?
Rolling 60s?
With who?
Okay, I see where you're going.
That's why Quando Rondo took to social media to denounce his gang, claiming they didn't have his back. WAC also revealed that the one person who could tie Brick Baby to the case was on the run. On the day OTF members were arrested in Chicago, the feds also came for the unnamed co-conspirator in LA, but unfortunately, he wasn't at his house.
The day they kicked in the doors and picked up the OTF guys, they kicked in his door right here in Los Angeles.
Okay.
To pick him up, only he wasn't at Mama's house.
Where was it at?
He was somewhere in the streets. He's running right now.
One thing that may tie up Brick Baby to this case is the fact that he hopped on a track and spilled the beans. In the track, he raps, "Not enough." He was Durk and trying to hide. Now he's in a blunt. "We dropped the 100 shots. Go dig your partner up." In another part, he raps, "The last one we turned into a pack, we got 1 million. The accusations against Brick Baby are getting clearer and more public by the day. However, he isn't the only one affiliated with OTF who's been accused of truth-telling. One of Lil Durk's closest homies has also been ratted out for being a snitch. And his story is wild, starting with reports about his baby mama being killed, hitting the news, to him accusing Durk of snitching on him first. OTF's Jam has also been accused of selling out.
There is the rumor that's going around that there's an individual that goes by the name of OTF Jam, and they're saying that he wore a watch.
From the day the news about OTF being brought down went public, one name has consistently been put on blast for being an informant. OTF Jam. Things went from bad to worse for the OTF rapper after damning photos of him cozying up to the feds surfaced and went viral. DJ Academics posted a photo of the alleged snitch in an interrogation room, enjoying some fries and fried chicken, and the internet tore him a new one. One comment read, "Snitching on your mans for some McDonald's is wild," while another one said, "Instead of I'm loving it, it's I'm telling it." There have been 2 rumors circulating about why OTF Jam snitched on his crew. One of them is petty, but if the other one is true, then Durk may be an evil and vengeful guy. It turns out that Jam was released from prison in 2022 after serving 12 years for attempted murder. Allegedly, he had been cooperating with authorities for 2 years and wore a wire well around Lil Durk and other OTF gang members, providing intel to the feds. Jam, a longtime member of OTF, was considered a brother by Lil Durk. During Jam's 12-year incarceration, Durk stood by him, providing financial support and ensuring his needs were met, including covering legal fees.
That's sure. I don't get nobody say like, I know I'm a real witness. Like a lot of niggas can't say anything. Like my whole time in jail.
And if you think that Durk would abandon him after he got out, think again. The Chicago rapper went the extra mile, buying OTF Jam a house and car and gifting him more than $50,000 in cash.
He said he gave you 50, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Facts. More than that. Like more than that.
But so, can you tell us how much he gave you, or you don't want to even?
No, we ain't gotta get into all that. But bro made sure he made a way for me to be straight.
Word on the street is that Jam was recently hit with weapons charges and was facing another long stint in jail. What's crazy is that Durk refused to pay for his lawyer or bond when he got locked up. According to popular hip-hop commentator DJ Academics, Jam wasn't too pleased with Durk and decided to snitch to avoid jail time.
Are you saying that he made a threat towards Durk? I've been holding you down because I heard you say something about like his baby mama called Durk for a lawyer, and Durk may have like brushed it off, and they're like, yo, you're not supposed to brush off my call when I need something. Like, I'm the guy who does the dirt.
Things get even worse because the second myth is truly evil. Some people think that Lil Durk may have had something to do with his baby mama's death. Reports say that Lil Durk found out that Jam had been wearing a wire the whole time and was set on getting his payback. Durk is said to have gone after Octavia Redmond, the mother of his child, because he knew that killing an FBI informant could bring unwanted notice from the government. Like any other day in Chicago's West Pullman neighborhood, Octavia Redmond's life was sadly cut short. She was a beloved postal worker. A stolen SUV pulled up next to Octavia on July 19, 2024. Around noon, she was in front of a house in Chicago getting ready to mail a letter. A 15-year-old suspect drove the car, which was later found to be the getaway car. The attacker walked up to Octavia and shot her several times close up, seriously hurting her. The individual then fled the scene in the stolen SUV. It was said that Octavia, a 48-year-old woman, was dead after being taken to Christ Hospital in serious condition. Following the shooting, the Chicago Police Department began an intense investigation to find the suspect, with the U.S. Postal Inspection Service offering a substantial reward for information leading to an arrest and conviction. They took to their ex-formerly Twitter account, where they announced a $250,000 reward for information leading to the arrest and conviction of the suspect responsible for the homicide. As the investigation unfolded, authorities used footage from police and private cameras to trace the suspect's movements before and after the shooting. The stolen SUV was identified, and an anonymous tip provided crucial information that helped identify the suspect. Months passed as investigators worked tirelessly to bring the perpetrator to justice, and the breakthrough came when the suspect was located in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, and arrested on a murder warrant. If this is true, Jam must have known he couldn't get his revenge on Durk through the streets, so he decided to cooperate with authorities. But it turns out that he might not be the only informant. TJVA took to social media and claimed that after reading Durk's indictment, he concluded that there are 3 snitches in the case, meaning that OTF Jam and Brick Baby may not be the only ones cooperating. VA carefully went through Lil Durk's paperwork and found 3 co-conspirators whose names were hidden. One of them was one of the 3 shooters, another booked flights for the shooters, and a third informed OTF about Quando Rondo's location in law. These 3 co-conspirators are likely cooperating with the feds against Durk and the other defendants. What's crazy is that Jam hasn't been mentioned anywhere in the indictment, which means he could be innocent. In fact, the rumor about him snitching was reportedly started by his ops, particularly King Yellow.
Heard somebody named OTF Jam, they said they've been calling him a rat, and basically he said, okay, I'm a rat. We'll watch.
Jam eventually broke his silence over the snitching allegations, and his response raised more questions. He took to social media to clear his name, telling people to stop accusing him of snitching until they saw his name on official police paperwork. KCJ Hester Aka Jam is my artist real name. Until you see that name on the paperwork, don't at me. The situation with worsened as none of the affiliates backed Jam. Even though they were publicly supporting Durk by shouting out, "Free Durk," Jam took it a step further by accusing Lil Durk of snitching on him. He revealed that Durk had accused him of being a rat or snitch on a track, while Durk was rapping about snitching on himself. The track he was referring to was Back Again, where Durk raps, "Jam get out that jam, I give him 50, ain't got to ask again." He was catching murders way back then. That's when the max was in. This reference was significant because Jam had been released after serving time for attempted murder, and Durk had reportedly gifted him $50,000.
Say he gave you 50, bro. You know what I'm saying?
After the feds heard Lil Durk rapping about Jam catching bodies, they became more interested in him, waiting for a mistake that would send him back to jail. Jam responded to the situation by posting on social media, "Who snitched on who? He snitched on me on a song. Police all up on me after that. Oh, he catching murders. Let's get him." This reflected the growing tension and scrutiny surrounding Durk and his affiliates. The situation continued to escalate, and it seemed that more of Durk's friends and affiliates were turning their backs on him, which saddened many. Among the few who remained loyal was Lil Reese, one of the only surviving and successful Chicago rappers still representing the Black Disciples, the same gang Durk is associated with. When news broke of Durk's arrest, many expected Lil Reese to show public support for him. However, Reese instead posted a photo of himself in jail with Durk's song Love for the Streets. This led to rumors that Lil Reese and Durk were no longer on good terms. According to Chicago rapper King Yella, the tension between the two stemmed from a personal issue. Durk was allegedly involved with both Lil Reese's mom and aunt.
You know, Reese's mama bad in a right?
Okay.
I heard Durk was f***ing his mama and his auntie.
No.
Chief Keef is also rumored to have turned his back on Lil Durk after his arrest. According to reports, Keef bought a chain worth $500,000 following Durk's arrest, but hasn't posted any public message of support for Durk. This has led to speculation that Keef may not be as loyal to Durk as previously thought, further fueling rumors of betrayal within.
Chief Keef bought same day Durk went to jail up to $500,000. New chain.
Mayor Katrina Thompson, an advocate for change in Chicago, was once a strong supporter of Lil Durk. She even awarded him multiple keys to the city, including the village of Broadview and village of Bellwood. However, following Durk's arrest, the mayor revoked the honorary key and ended the village's partnership with his nonprofit organization, the Neighborhood Heroes Foundation. This move shocked many, as it seemed like a significant shift in the mayor's stance, especially after having publicly honored him for his work with the community.
So we thank you and we honor you and we appreciate you being in the village of Broadview, and here's your key.
Mayor Katrina Thompson took to Facebook to explain her decision to revoke the honorary key to Lil Durk and terminate the partnership with his Neighborhood Heroes Foundation, citing his recent arrest for murder for hire. Despite Durk's positive impact in the community, the mayor emphasized that the village's values and the high ethical standards of Broadview residents meant they could not maintain their support for him in light of the charges. The mayor's public statement added to the growing scrutiny surrounding the rapper. Amidst this controversy, a jail call from Lil Durk emerged on November 15th, offering a glimpse into his perspective during the ordeal. In the call, Durk expressed that he was in good spirits and denied being in protective custody, insisting he was on the main line with other inmates. The authenticity of the call sparked debate, though the connection between Durk and the Instagram user 900bra, who shared the clip, lent some credibility. Furthermore, a track released by artist Hypnocaro, featuring what some claimed was Lil Durk's voice from behind bars, added to the intrigue. The alleged phone call-in, the song stirred mixed reactions, with some doubting its legitimacy, while others saw it as an expression of Durk's loyalty. As the case develops, the public's focus remains on identifying the informants within OTF, and as court dates approach, the truth may become clearer.